Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all here. We're here with your May reading, your May overview thematic general reading. It's going to be approximately spanning time between the 1st and 31st of the month. Let us get right started here with it for you, dear Scorpio. I was meditating on your energy before I turned the camera, and I was getting that there is a focus on strategy, specifically as it pertains to matters that are financial, that are inherently strategic. Okay, and it's almost like, how am I going to lay certain terms out? Okay, how is it that I am also valuing certain things in laying certain terms out? Okay, and there may be a focus on the question of specifically value, right? Finances, and what is it that perhaps is that I feel is to be considered an asset. I'm hearing, what is it that I also wish to bring with me? And there may be a focus specifically on translocation for a number of you. The Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, okay? The top right-hand corner of your spread. Dear Scorpio, let us see what comes through for you. Okay, but there's a question of specifically what role finances play, even if it is perceptively. 4 of Wands upright, perpendicular to your very own card in the major arcana, Death, right over the Ace of Pentacles, right over the 5 of Swords. There is a focus, Scorpio, on what it is that you are uncovering of your own self, okay, in a creative way. What is it that you feel is, I'm hearing, again, your vision, okay? What it is that you feel is involved in the upholding of that vision and the pursuit of that vision, be it that which is professional. And the question is, okay, well, you know, if I'm operating through matters that are professional and inherently financial, at the same time, how much of what is put into that process is actually material and financial. And there's such a focus here for you, Scorpio, on vision, specifically vision of the self, as I'm getting it. You have here powerful energies. The Father of Swords in reverse, overlaying Judgment in reverse, overlaying Justice upright. There is a decision, perhaps contractually, that we feel we are to make, okay, that we are to decide on, and that we are in the driver's seat with deciding on and moving forward towards. You have the 8 of Swords that sits just beneath this trio. I'm hearing this bunch. I'm hearing a fruit punch. Take it as you will. The 2 of Pentacles here in reverse. I'm hearing collapsing on the way down. Take it as you will. There is a certain deconstruction of values, Scorpio. A certain deconstruction of what holds value for us. And also a certain reorientation of how it is that we see ourselves, upholding a certain vision. And there may be a focus on a new beginning. Absolutely, that pertains to matters of, I'm hearing community work as well for a number of you, that which relates to the actual physical material land. And it's almost like, well, you know, okay, I'm hearing I bought this plot of land. What parts of it are I'm hearing to be fully utilized? What is it that I also see creating on this land, so to speak? And it can go in a number of ways here. It can be interpreted in a number of ways. Always heed your personal intuition, dear Scorpio. But the role that perception plays here is fundamental. And there's a question of independence, as I'm getting it as well. Perhaps that role that we play that is public, but at the same time reflective in a very personal way of what it is that we set as a certain standard of our creation. And there is an undoing, I'm hearing, of the mask, so to speak. There is an undoing of the, I'm hearing, the sense of security that in a certain way has marked our performance to this point. And for a number of you, there may be a role that communication plays here, specifically that which has to do with writing, speaking, communicating, perhaps also legal work, strategic, I'm hearing contractual work, okay, and laying certain terms out. Yet again, whatever it may be, is, I'm hearing, fully reflective, as you see it, of your vision. I'm hearing of your self-reflection. Now there is here, let's see what else has popped out. Daughter of Swords upright, overlaying the 8 of Wands upright, both mirroring here the Hermit in reverse, hanging right off of the 8 of Swords. There has been a certain, I'm hearing, sense of judgment, okay, a certain sense of also expectation, standard that has been upheld. I'm hearing by way of your own perception of what you desire to, I'm hearing, to transmute, to move from and to grapple with in a direct way. I'm hearing also in a strategic way. And it's almost like, well, if I'm feeling, I'm hearing what I'm feeling, then, what is it that I have to say about that? Okay, what is it that I have to intellectualize about that? I'm hearing what it is that I feel compelled and driven to pursue, even if it means reconfiguring. I'm hearing certain ideologies. Okay, take it as you will. If it means reorganizing, I'm hearing certain contractual terms, even if it means reorienting my focus, specifically as it pertains to how it is that I am to participate in I'm hearing in certain contractual work I'm getting for a number of you. Take it as you will. What serves to support that impulse, the desire for transformation, and what is it that simply follows my suit? What is it that simply supports not only my frame of mind in desiring what it is that I desire, not only the vision in an ideological way, in a theoretical way of what it is that I am feeling drawn to pursue as change. I'm also hearing uprooting, okay? But what capacitates that vision, also that state of readiness, in a performative way, in an active way? What is it that reminds me of where I stand, not only in my mind's eye, within the landscape of this change, of this transformation, but in a physical way, where I stand to take the actions on what it is I'm feeling, what it is that I intuitively feel I am already participating in on a level that is gauged by way of my passion, by way of my vision. And Scorpio, right? Vision may be an asset here that you have come to learn to play with. I'm hearing to come to terms with, perhaps to include in the laying of certain terms. I'm hearing the foundation of perhaps a certain venture. I'm hearing for a number of you, and it can be interpreted as a sort of sense of psychic ability. And how is it that is being not only referenced, but also being acted upon in an active way, okay, so to speak, and take it as you will. Dear Scorpio, 8 of Cups in reverse, right over here, the 7 of Cups in reverse, right over the Wheel of Fortune. A little bit of a surprise. I'm hearing surprise with the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Okay, the Hanged Man. Pisces is card in the major arcana in reverse, to which point the Hanged Man is staying straight up in its grave. The Fool in reverse, waiting and pending, the card of Aquarius in the major arcana. Ace of Cups upright. The Magician sitting straight up. I'm hearing erect, looking over at the Ace of Cups. Father of Wands upright, similarly so. There is a new beginning, dear Scorpio, that we have been, I'm hearing, preparing for. I'm hearing the long haul for. I'm hearing that we've been waiting, I'm hearing, to act on. I'm hearing to take action on and towards, to, in a certain way, represent. I'm hearing our idealization of. And it's almost like there's a certain expectation that you've held of a certain situation, but also of the role that you are to play within the context of perhaps this partnership, perhaps this new beginning, whatever it may be, whatever a new way of expressing yourself, a new way of, I'm hearing creating what it is that you do in a public way, there has been a long chapter here that is to be I'm hearing put on tumble dry, okay? And I'm zooming in here specifically on the Eight of Cups, which sits in reverse, right next to the Seven of Cups in reverse, and it's almost like I'm hearing what has become so raw and frayed at the edges is no longer, I'm hearing a question of, I'm hearing where I stand within and amidst the realm of, I'm hearing my capacity to feel, my propensity to feel so much, my range of emotion I'm hearing. It's now a question of where that leads me next. And I'm hearing from one chapter to the next, and there's a tremendous focus here perhaps for a number of you on cycles and what has been experienced cyclically, perhaps for a number of you, perhaps with a number of individuals. There is, though, change that is alluded to, but in a way of, I'm seeing someone who's standing in a broad field, in a vast field, and who recognizes, okay, that nature is at play in a certain way. That the role that they've played, I'm hearing dysfunction, I'm hearing home, I'm hearing habitat, I'm hearing family life, I'm hearing for a number of you, take it as you will, can be taken in a number of ways, in a certain way has required of them a participatory role. But in the framework of, I'm hearing the uprooting of the role that they wish to play, there is a certain release of not what we expect to experience, but how we expect for it to greet us. Just in the very moment that we're ready for it. And I'm seeing someone in a field, in a vast field, okay, in nature. And all of a sudden, Scorpio, I see this, it looks like a really big wheel, like a wheel, not a wheel, it's like it's like a windmill, like the wheel on a windmill that has almost detached from where it once stood and it was sort of let loose, okay, free, and it just starts tumbling out of what looks like the brush through this field, and it's almost like you are caught off by surprise, like, whoa, I'm hearing what it is that these experiences have led me to experience. Serves to undress the role that I'm hearing I collectively play. I'm hearing that we play. In our performance. I'm hearing there's something that catches you off guard, Scorpio. There's something that just sort of comes out of, I'm hearing, out of the wild. I'm hearing out into the open. There's something that, but in such a way of, I'm hearing only when you are ready to not wait. I'm hearing any longer for it. Because Scorpio, the feeling I'm getting is that in waiting for it, you are determining it, what it is. And that in a certain way may be a reflection of what has been. Oh, I expect things to get better. Better from what they were. Not so good. Right? Perhaps in a certain way for a number of you. And of course, general reading. Take it as you will. Dear Scorpio. But in releasing, I'm hearing even the ideology of change that I've attached to the past ideology of what I'm hearing can be created from what was. I redefine. And I am met to face not my wildest dreams or my expectations. It is here that I confront, and I'm hearing it is there that I confront how powerful energy is. Where in the moment that I release a certain emphasis that I've laid on whatever it may be, I find how it comes right back. To remind me of it. Of how much I control it, I'm hearing. And in becoming conscious, I'm hearing consciously aware of the ways in which I am holding impending a certain revelation. I'm hearing of spirit. I'm hearing cycle. I'm hearing momentum. I find and I reconnect to the essence of the meaning of transformation. What does it mean to transform? To release, to let go, to allow to live itself through. What does it mean to accept our potential? I'm hearing, I'm everything I see. I'm everything I see. And I'm hearing also, I'm everything that I seek. I'm everything that I also speak. There's such a focus here on energetics for you, dear Scorpio, what it is that we are in a certain way emitting frequentially, energetically, and what it is that we are emitting, playing a certain role, what it is that we're not emitting, playing a certain role. But there being such a focus on what we energetically tend to and give our attention to in a certain way, foiling, making obvious for us. And the moment that we release our relationship to it in a certain way, by way of our I'm hearing our perception, also our expectation, we come to know in a completely new way, in a completely redefined way. We come to readmit into our lives. We come to accept in greater form ourselves. There's a focus here at Scorpio on premonition. Absolutely. There's something that you hold an expectation of. There's something that's, yeah, I feel this connection. I just know it's there. I'm hearing, I feel it. And the propensity to feel can be so much Scorpio, right? Especially if you've got a lot of Scorpio in your chart. If you've got a lot of water in your chart in general. If you've got a lot of Pisces, a lot of Cancer as well. Right? Strong 12th house, 8th house, 4th house, so on and so forth. There is the propensity to just feel it in your bones. That there is some form of, I'm hearing, expectation of what is to come, perhaps what is to materialize, what is to be created, what is already in a certain way, in a certain dimension, on a certain level, manifest. I'm hearing manifest. But at what point do we release the need for the order of dishevelment, for the order of what we recognize cannot be captured as a form of expectation, Scorpio. What is simply to be experienced as, I'm hearing, a revolution. I'm hearing experienced in revolution of spirit. And it's the phrase, the saying, right? If you love the bird, let it go. If it's meant to be yours, it'll fly back to you, right? Sometimes can be a lot harder in practice than in theory, okay, to align with, but there is a certain strategy, as I'm getting it, that is capitalized on in the moment that you are open to release your relationship to it by way of what role it has played in the past for you, perceptively especially, what role it has played and what sort of role you have perceived it to play for you in process of coming home. There is a focus, Scorpio, on regeneration, on getting a release, on I'm hearing I'm hearing it as revolution. This is the sort of feeling I'm getting for you, Scorpio, is like there's something that at a certain point in time caught your eye, your third eye, your actual eye, your whatever it may be, caught your attention, that you had a certain vision of, you had a certain premonition about, okay, in the past. And in that fragment of a moment where you captured that vision, where you captured that emotion, where that emotion in a certain way captured you, your attention, it's almost as if, even in understanding that that would naturally unfold, manifest in its own way along the line, down the line through time, perhaps for a number of you, and always take it as you will, can be taken in a number of ways, there has been this sense of hankering, okay, almost like, but hold on to the vision of it, right? And certainly that has required a certain level of energetic maintenance on your part, that in a certain way, in holding on to the image of it, the vision of it, you remain in the moment of longing for it, of awaiting it to manifest. And there is, and I'm hearing, rather than in a certain way, Scorpio, accepting the stage that, let's say, it was at, let's say that you are at, right? Within the macro term of manifestation, of fruition, that would be needed for, and again, general reading, always heed your personal intuition, always heed your personal intuition, that you expect, that you expected for this vision to be regarded as in the future. Scorpio, I'm hearing you want there to be, I'm hearing alignment. You want there to be the alignment of the material form with that which is energetic, with that which is held as a vision. There is, as I'm getting it, again, the role of expectation that has, I'm hearing, outrun its own course in such a way where the role of expectation has served to, in a certain way, hold and harness the regenerative quality of the, and always take it as you will, dear Scorpio, always heed your personal intuition, the cycle of change and changes that this, I'm hearing spirit, that this revolution of spirit, as I'm getting it for a number of you, always take it as you will, can be interpreted in a number of ways, that this cycle lives through in a certain way, not literally, as I'm getting it, that meets through time a certain expressive potential. And there is a certain maturity here, Scorpio, as I'm getting it, with matters of the role that expectation plays, the role that vision plays. And it's like, well, just because I had a vision of it, just because I had a premonition of it, just because I know what I know, doesn't necessarily mean that I am to hold it as that state of knowing, in that frame of mind. Also in that energetic, emotional space. There is a certain, again, a sense of release of how, in what state I encountered that state of awareness at its conception. And just because I caught a glimpse of it doesn't mean that I'm hearing I will settle as well, just for a glimpse of it. And to do that, there is sometimes, right? And always heed your personal intuition again, Scorpio. There is a certain need to retract from the lens through which we first formed an awareness of. I'm hearing a chapter. I'm hearing, I'm also hearing that we formed an awareness of what holds and has such depth. I'm hearing holds such an impression upon us in bringing to light certain also aspects of our being, a certain needs of ours as well, those which are emotional, those which are energetic, those which are spiritual, right? So there is a certain revelation here as I'm getting it for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all here. Thank you so much for your dear patience again with this reading. Been exhaling on the end note. Thank you so much again for all your love, your light. Thank you for connecting on this journey forward. And I'll see you soon, Scorpio. Bye.